Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. Welcome to the second attempt of this video. Looks like the last video had no audio, so we're trying this again. But today, in this video, we're going to be talking about Barcelona's registrations, what's going on. I have an update for you guys. Also, Hansi Flick could be shaking up the defense. That is huge. And finally, Fermin Lopez. What is going on? Is he leaving? Is he not leaving? Who's interested in him? How much are they willing to pay? All that in this video. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Bo. This is the second attempt to make this video. I was making the first video live and apparently there was no audio, so we're doing this again. As I was saying in the last video, I apologize for not making any videos yesterday or the day before. As you know, I'm currently traveling, so I did not have the time or the logistics to do the videos. But don't worry, because once we're done with this live and once we're done with the next live, you're gonna be all up to date on all Barcelona news up until now. And then, of course, I'm going to continue making videos as I always do. Forgive me about the technical difficulty. This is the first time using my new streaming software on the road. As you know, I had some difficulties when I was home, but now that I'm on the road, this is, it's all due to me. But let's talk about the different topics today. And again, I apologize for all this, for all these mishaps. But let's start by talking about Oriol Romeu, because, ladies and gentlemen, it's official. The agreement to terminate the contract of Oriol Romeu is official. As you know, Romeu had returned from loan from Girona, and Flick did not count on him. He knew that. He was trying to go somewhere else, but all the clubs that were interested in him were not willing to pay a transfer fee. So then Barcelona decided to rescind his contract. The two of them were negotiating, and while negotiations are now done, contracts drafted, signed, it's official. Oriol Romeu has left Barcelona as a free agent. The only thing we're not too sure about is how much Barcelona will have to pay him. Some reports are saying that Romeu agreed to forgive 60% of his salary because, as you know, his contract expires next summer of 2026. So Barcelona still owed him a full year's salary or a full season salary. Some reports are saying Romeu forgave 60% of that, meaning that Barcelona paid him 40%. Other reports are saying that it was 50-50, that Romeu forgave 50% and Barcelona paid him the other 50%. I'm sure as the days go by, we'll know more specifically how much Barcelona ended up paying Romeu. But just know it's official. Oriol Romeu has left the club. We'll see where he goes. Some are saying Girona, Real Oviedo interested in him. There's some offers in MLS. We'll see where he goes. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we wish him luck, of course. He is an academy player. He did come to Barcelona during a tough time. So, of course, we wish him the best of luck. Now, since Iñaki Peña has left on loan to Elche, and since Oriol Romeu has rescinded his contract, the two of them together have freed up around 4 million euros in Barcelona's financial fair play. And they're saying that should be enough to register Wojciech Szczesny. Now, speaking of registrations, I do have more updates in regards to you because, ladies and gentlemen, the board have decided to increase their guarantee from 7 to 12 million euros in order to be able to register players. Now, as you know, Barcelona had deposited 7 million euros with La Liga as a guarantee to help the budget imbalances because Barcelona were hoping that the VIP seats deal would be approved, and then between the 100 million euros from the VIP seats plus the 7 million euros guarantee, that would have been enough to reach the 1-to-1 rule. However, that's not going to happen during the summer. The VIP deal is not going to be approved during this summer transfer market. So instead, Barcelona have decided to use those 7 million euros that they deposited with La Liga towards the registration of players. But that's still not enough. So now the board have decided to increase the guarantee by another 5 million euros. So from 7 to 12 million euros to be able to register the players. Now, if Barcelona are unable to make up those 12 million euros throughout the season, then, of course, the board who put that money out of their own pocket would lose that money. If Barcelona are able to make up those 12 million euros somehow from another way, sponsorships, merchandising, ticketing, etc., then, of course, the board of directors would get their money back. Now, with those 12 million euros guarantee, it's Barcelona should be able to register the remainder of the players. And, of course, the number one priority for Hansi Flick after Joan Garcia and Marcus Rashford was Gerard Martin. And check this out. This is directly from the website of La Liga. Gerard Martin has been registered. So Gerard Martin now officially a first-team player. He had turned 23 years old, so per the rules, he could not be registered anymore with Barca Athletic. Plus, Hansi Flick wants him with the first team. So, of course, Gerard Martin now officially a first-team player with the number 18 kit. Now, that's the kit that Pau Victor used to wear last season. Now, Pau Victor has left to Sporting Braga, so that left it open. And I'm sure Gerard Martin chose it on purpose because in a previous interview, he said that his idol was Jordi Alba. That when Gerard Martin was growing up, he would always watch Jordi Alba. In fact, the two of them are from the same town. Jordi Alba is from Cornellà. So now the two of them so now Gerard Martin choosing his idol's number, which is, of course, the number 18 kit. Now, on to the next bit of news, because there is concern, ladies and gentlemen, in regards to Gavi, because yesterday, Gavi did not finish his training. He started feeling pain in the same knee that he had surgery. As you know, Gavi tore his ACL, underwent surgery, was out almost a year. He started feeling pain during that in that same knee during practice. So Hansi Flick, out of precaution, said, look, don't finish the training, just go. They're going to do medical exams on his knee to see what's going on. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but just know that there's currently concerns with Gavi's knee. We don't even know if he's going to be included in tomorrow's squad list. Again, hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully he'll be in a squad list tomorrow. We'll see what the medical exams say. Now, speaking of tomorrow's squad, there could be changes in the defense because during practice, Flick was trying out the two defensive pairings are Eric Garcia and Pau Cubarsí. Now, as we've seen in the previous matches, Hansi Flick was playing Araujo as a right center back, which is Pau Cubarsí's natural position. As a result, Pau Cubarsí had to move to the left, where we see he'd been struggling because, of course, that's not his natural position. And as far as Araujo, we know he struggles tactically with Hansi Flick's system. So the two of them have not really worked out too well. And during practice, Hansi Flick has been seen trying out Eric Garcia and Pau Cubarsí, which, of course, they know how to play together pretty well because they were the defensive pairing for Spain's national team during the Olympics last summer, where the two of them won gold with Spain. So this doesn't mean that the two of them are starting tomorrow, but it was seen during practice that Flick was trying out the two of them together. So who knows? I honestly would love to see that. I think Pau Cubarsí and Eric Garcia are a great center back pairing. They did amazing during the Olympics. So why not try it out? Who knows? It might work out much better than the Araujo Pau Cubarsí pairing. Now, let's end today's video by discussing, of course, the hot topic of the day, which is Fermin Lopez. What is going on with him? As we know, Chelsea had tabled a 50 million euro offer to Barcelona. They were trying to double, maybe even triple the salary of Fermin Lopez to convince him to move to the Premier League. So far, the club's position was that they were not going to sell Fermin Lopez and that they only would agree to sell him if the player asks to leave. And if Fermin did ask to leave, then the plan was for Barcelona to sit down, negotiate with Chelsea, and ask for more than the 50 million euros because, of course, that's not enough. Now, how much is Barcelona wanting to give for Fermin Lopez if the player decides to leave? They're saying that Barcelona are looking for 90 million euros for Fermin Lopez if the player agrees to leave. Now, Chelsea, knowing this, seeing that Barcelona would not accept the 50 million, they're saying they're now preparing a 65 million euro offer, so increasing their offer, especially since their number one option, who was Xavi Simons, looks like he's going to end up at Tottenham. So now Fermin Lopez has, even gained more priority for Chelsea. And again, they're willing to up their offer from 50 to 65 million euros. But that's not all. That's not all, because Newcastle have entered the race, and they are willing to offer 100 million euros for Fermin Lopez, especially if they end up selling Isaac to Liverpool, because that would mean a huge cash injection for the Premier League team. Now, so far, again, Barcelona is only going to negotiate if Fermin Lopez decides to leave. Fermin Lopez has not said he wants to leave. However, we are expecting a statement later today. Fermin Lopez is set to release a statement to explain what's going on and tell us, is he leaving? Is he staying? Are these rumors? Is this all lies? We're going to find out. So later today, there's going to be a statement. And of course, I'll be here to cover it later tonight. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I apologize for the first video not having audio. I'm going to delete it. This will be the official one. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going live again in a few more minutes. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, these cars.